I'm Josh Hackney, like Ty said, the executive producer on Planetside 2. With me today is Matt Higbee, creative director, and back in the corner over there is Tramel Isaac, our senior art director on the game. We also have a couple designers and some other developers are going to be helping us out with the presentation and hopefully providing Matt with some cannon fodder as we go through. So today we're going to be giving you a look at Planetside 2 and walking you through various aspects of the game, the moment-to-moment gameplay, and a number of elements that really we're pretty much excited about and why we're so excited about this title. Since its inception, Planetside has been an IP that's been near and dear to our hearts at SOE. It came out back in 2003, and it was more than just groundbreaking. It really created a new genre, set a new standard, the MMO FPS. And since that time, in many ways, it was well ahead of its time. Needless to say, bandwidth wasn't anywhere than where it is now. Imagine jumping in a PvP game with 100 or a couple hundred other players on a 56K modem. It's pretty much insane, right? And yet, the sense of community that it engendered still has fans talking about it today. Last week we were getting ready and we're coming up to San Francisco, and I was taking a look at the fan forums, reading through them. And everybody has their favorite games, and shooter fans are pretty much the same, and they'll talk to you, and you guys will reminisce about, your favorite kill streaks, that grenade toss that, that nailed 6 of your enemies at the same time, stuff like that. But a lot of this stuff is really a personal moment. It's a personal achievement. It's great and it's gratifying, and it's something that you're going to need in any major FPS. But at the same time, it doesn't really scale. It doesn't go beyond that last moment, that last session, and hopefully we don't blow away. But the nostalgic stories that you end up hearing about from fans of the original game are much more epic in scale. They involve a lot more players, and they go well beyond any kind of personal achievement in most cases. They talk about battles that lasted for days. I mean, in some cases you hear about a bridge battle that lasted for a week. Imagine playing all night, going to sleep, getting up in the morning, going to work, and then coming back and jumping back in the fray with your outfit. That's just sweet. And not only were they more epic, not only were the scale of the battles and those experiences that much more gratifying, but the cooperation, the sense of community really was more along the lines of what you would see in an MMO rather than an FPS. Planetside 2 is a re-envisioning of that original game, but it takes it to a whole new level. At its core, it's through and through a shooter. And now we're taking, it's very important to us that the main gameplay mechanics that you find in any FPS are that core foundation for that persistent, massive experience. Now you build upon that, and you add in a persistent world, extensive community support, and thousands of other players fighting for you, playing against you. And you really start seeing why we're so excited about this title. Now the basis for this is our proprietary engine, ForgeLight. It was built internally from the ground up, and it's allowing us to do things that we never even dreamed of in the first game. Massive scale battles that span open continents. Cutting edge graphics like atmospheric light scattering, highly detailed character models, environment shaders. So just some of the things you're going to see today. But moving forward, last June, we shared a first glimpse at Planetside 2 in a trailer that we made for fanfare. And since then, we've been taking that core experience and really building out the rest of the game. We've created a ton of content, and the world itself has actually started to come alive in a lot of different ways. The bases, the man-made architectural elements, are all in, and we continue to refine each of their layouts. The handcrafted nature throughout the environment is something that's been a huge investment for us. But I think what you're going to see today is that it's really paying off. You know, bases, weapons, vehicles, classes, all these things we've been building on, we've been refining, and we continue to tune as we move forward. And to be, and it's getting more robust. It's getting more robust, and the experience is actually getting richer every day. You know, and while the moment-to-moment gameplay is really important to us, what makes it come together are those moments, those epic battles. That's really what it's all about. And what that means is that players are everything in Planetside 2. You know, visceral combat actually comes more alive when you have teamwork, when you're actually playing together with other folks, whether it's coordinated airstrikes or galaxy drops or an outfit of tanks that actually roll up on amp station together. Players are gameplay. So we're going to give you the playing fields. We're going to set the stage. We're going to give you all the tools. But at the end of the day, going to war with 600 other players on your team is really what it's all about. And to give you a little bit more about that, I'm going to hand it off to Matt.